Good morning, everybody. Myself, Purnachandra, Assistant Professor, Department of Mechanical Engineering, Global Academy of Technology, Bengaluru. So today we shall learn problem number 2, a square prism, 35 mm side of base and 65 mm axis length rest on HP on one of its corners of the base. Draw the projection of the prism when the axis is inclined to HP at 40 degree and VP at 30 degree. So here we should note three things in this. So number one, it is a square prism resting on corner. So when it is given resting on corner, the square should be written such a way that the corner should come right side. Okay, and we need to project it, and it is inclined to HP at 40 degree. So that can be done. And the last position, most important, it is given axis inclined to VP at 30 degree. So when it's given axis inclined to VP, you should do beta angle method. Okay. So now we shall start doing the problem. So first draw the square resting on corner. So select rectangle option for square. Go with the visible line. So given sides 35, we can type 35 and 35 for a square. I want resting on corner, so I should take angle as 45 degree. So 45 degree. So you can draw a square resting on corner. With visible line. This is done. Now I need to find the midpoint of this. So I can go with projection line and join two corners to find the midpoint. Then we can start naming this. So here this will be, so A bracket A1. Okay. Then B bracket B1. Here C bracket C1. And then D bracket D1. Then I can show dimensioning for this. So show dimensioning 35 mm. That is done. And finally the center point for that O bracket O1. Okay. So the first position is done. A square prism resting on one of its corners on HP. This is HP and it is resting on corner. So right side we have the corner point. Okay. So this is done here. Next. So when it is resting on corner, if you watch from front, now the front will come over here. So this will be the front view here. So now this will be the front view. So now the top view, you can watch the corner is lying here. So AA1 in bracket, BB1, CC1, DD1 from the top it is. So front, if you watch from front, you're able to watch AA1, BB1, CC1. So now we shall draw this front view. So go with projection line. So project this up. 1, 2, and then 3. So given the axis height as 65 mm. So select a visible line. and go height for 65 mm. Enter, enter. Again from here 65 mm. Enter, enter. Then you can join this, and we can join this to this. Okay. Now if you watch from front, so here front means from here we are watching. Okay. Now we're watching from here. If you watch from here, so we are able to watch this corner. AA1 side is visible, BB1 is completely visible, CC1 visible, but DD1 is not visible. Means, so I can watch this AA1, BB1. BB1 is a line. This line is also visible here in this stage. So we can draw this also as visible line only. Here we can't draw center axis because this lateral edge is visible, BB1. So we are drawn with a visible line. Now we shall start naming this. So if you watch from front, A visible, A1 also visible. So we can name it as A dash. So here A1 dash, both are visible. Again this B visible, D not visible. That is here. Watch from front, B visible, D not visible. So I can name it as B dash bracket D dash. Okay. Similarly here B1 dash bracket D1 dash. Next here C dash is visible, C1 dash is also visible. Both are visible. But here O1 is there. So if you watch from front, is O and O1 both are not visible. So we can keep both in brackets. So bracket O dash and here bracket O1 dash. Okay, now we shall do dimensioning for this. It is 65 mm. That is done. So now first position is done. Square prism resting on HP. So one of its corners. So this is a resting corner. So if you want, I can name this as, I will name this as resting corner. Okay. So that is nothing but this one. This is a resting corner. Okay. Now we are done with this. So this is fine. So now the second position is told that the axis of the prism is inclined to HP. Second position always HP. Third position always VP. So axis is inclined to HP at 40 degrees. So I need to rotate this for 40 degrees. So select visible line. So we can start drawing from this location. Somewhere here we shall start. So length is 65 mm and angle is 40 degree. Enter. Okay. So 40 degree done. So here this is 40. I need to draw perpendicular line from this. So this will be total 90 plus 40. So that will be the angle for this. So we can select here. The length will be so here I need to draw a line. So that length is unknown for us. So if you want that length, we can do one thing. We can select distance between this line and this line can be measured and can be utilized. So it is 49.5, right? So now we shall project this here, this side from here, length is 49.5, but angle is so 40 plus 90. So that is done. Next, again, I need to project this length of 65, angle 40, enter. Then we can join this. So this is how the second position can be done. So I can just move this and again adjust this space. So second position is done, and this length will be equal to this length 49.5. That is what the length of this, right? So now what we can do, I can draw visible line from this midpoint to this midpoint. So now the second position is done. This has been rotated for angle of 40 degree. So how to confirm it is 40 degree? So I can project with a projection line this to this, and then I can go with the angle dimension and confirm the angle between these two is 40 degree, right? Now we need to name this. So for naming, you can copy and move with copy, that can be done. So we can start naming this. This is A dash, this is B and D dash. So you can start copying one by one, or you can name it again if you want. It's left to you. So which you feel easy, that you can do. Okay, so now we are done with this. So now the square prism is rotated. The axis of that is rotated for angle of 40 degree. Now what we shall do, we shall project this down. So we shall project first, we shall project these portions. So I have A dash till here. So meanwhile I will trim unwanted things. So this is A, and the same line holds good for C also. So here we have B and D. So B and D line is this. Okay, and then I can project this D up to here. Similarly, this A1 is still here, center line, A1 and C1, B and D till here. Now first we shall name this. So this is A, B, C and D. Similarly, this is A1, B1, C1 and D1. And here we have O and O1. Okay, so now we have named all this. Now we shall try to draw the visible lines. As I said, the outer edges will always be visible part. So we shall try to learn how to draw the visible edges. So if you, for visible edges, we should watch from top, because since we are drawing the top view, so you need to watch from top. So when you watch from top here, A, B, C, D, this complete portion is visible. A, B, C, D. See here, A, B, C, D is visible. This is A1, B1, C1, D1. Since A, B, C, D all are visible, what I can do, I can join this A, B, C, and D. This can be joined. So all four are visible. Next, if you watch from top, this C1 is clearly visible. So join this C and C1. Next, what about this BB1 and DD1? So it is exactly at center, right? But if you watch from top, those two edges are visible. So how we can judge that it is visible? Means if you watch here, this DD1 is outer edge, right? Since it is outer edge, it should be visible. BB1 also outer edge, that is outer part of the solid should always be visible. It cannot be hidden, right? Only the inner part can be hidden. So this should be visible. And C1, B1, C1, D1, this edge, C1, B1, C1, D1 is also visible from top, these two. So now if we check out, so these are the edges which are clearly visible, right? So again, we'll explain this. So if you watch from top, A, B, C, D, all are visible. So I joined A, B, C, D. Next, C, C1 is visible from top. So join C, C1. Next, C1, B1, C1, D1 is visible, outer edge. And BB1, DD1 should be visible. Again, here outer edge, BB1, DD1 and BP1, right? The outer edges are always visible, that we can draw directly, right? Next, which are the edges not visible? Watch from top, see this, A1 is not visible, it's completely down. So the lines which are linked with that are not visible, that is A1, B1, A1, D1 not visible. So we shall draw that with hidden line. Which one? A1, D1, A1, B1. Next, A1 and A is not visible, this bottom edge. How to draw that? A1 and A. But here, A1 and A is overlapped with CC1 till here. But after that, we can show. So what we shall do? We shall show A1 only from here. From this portion, I can show it online. Right? So as I said, A1 is not visible. So we shall keep this A1 in bracket. So A1 should be kept in bracket. And again, if you watch from top, O is visible. So we have kept it outside. But what about O1 is not visible from top. So this O1 should be kept in bracket. So here in this problem, we are not able to show the center axis. So center axis is not visible because it has been overlapped with CC1 half a part and A1 half a bit. So center axis cannot be shown, but it is there, right? So now we have completed the second position. Now we shall proceed for the third position. So here third position is, he has asked to draw the projection of the prism when the axis is inclined to HP, that we have done. Next, for VP, what we should do? Axis inclined to VP also. HP and VP is given. So axis inclined to VP at 30 degree. So when axis inclined to VP given, we should do beta angle method. So I will rotate this O1 axis this side. So how to do that? So first we shall select projection line and we shall draw one line from here. Some length we can take around 80. So angle should be how much? So from, I want this angle to be 30 degree. So I can take 180 plus 30. Okay. 180 plus 30 degree. If I take, I get the complete angle. So now if you want, you can check the angle what we have done here. See, it's 30 degree. So better to confirm the angles before starting the problem. So now we have done this. Now I should do bit angle method. For beta angle method, I need to know the distance between this axis and this axis. So it is 49.79. So now I'm rotating this prism this side. So what I will do now, so before doing that, I will trim this edge, this and this. So that I can draw a projection line from this to this. To make my last construction easy, I have done this. Now what I will do, so I need to cut radius for 49.79. So we shall go with the arc by center point. So assuming that O will sit somewhere here. So I will click here. So now radius is 49.79, enter, and I will draw one arc like this. So I can extend this line that much. Okay. Now we shall trim one of the end. To make our job simple, we shall trim one of the end. Then what I will do, I will select line option, select this line option and draw one line parallel to XY line. So before doing this, so first what we shall do, so here first the axis length is 65 mm. Next will be 49.79. So first select arc by center point method, assuming O coming somewhere here. So cut arc for first axis length is 65 mm, enter, and cut the arc here like this. Next we shall trim one of the end, then we shall draw locus from this point. Okay. Now secondly I should draw arc for this axis length O1. First axis length should be this O1 length 65 mm. Second axis length is 49.79. Now again select arc by center point. Now you'll not able to find this point. So you take this previous done arc, then you get this point. Click on this, then select radius as 49.79, enter. Then you can cut the arc here like this. Again I can trim one of this end, then join this point to this where you started the arc. Then we can extend this line up to that. Then I can find the beta angle. So beta angle we can find here like this. So I'm getting beta angle as 41 degree. It's exact value 41 degree I'm getting. Okay. So now what we should do? So this is the beta line 41 degree. Right. So if I want to name this, so this will be point O. Right. And this will be, this I will take it as O2. It's not required right now. So this will be O1. So which is in bracket. O1 in bracket. Okay. So now on this line, I need to place this square prism so that this O point should match exactly here. Right. So how to do that? First, select this complete portion. Select this complete portion. Right. Then we can tell move with copy. So select this point O. So that point O if you touch this arc, you get this point O exactly. So click on that point, left click and right click. Okay. Then you can tell rotate without copy. Again, click on the same point O here, left click, and then second click should be on this line. Click on the line, then rotate, and you can place exactly on that beta line. See now, this is the beta line, 41-degree line. So I have placed this exactly over there. So one is already present there. So I can delete one of anyone we can delete. So now you can adjust this naming properly so that A, B, C, D all are available right now. So but here this should be hidden line, C and A. C and A should be hidden line. So what I can do, I can trim this. I can trim and show this as hidden line. Okay, right. So now we have completed this second position. So here I got beta angle as 41 degree. So which we can mention here. Beta angle 41 degree. Okay. So now what I can do, so beta angle 41 degree is done. Next we shall project up and try to complete the problem. So now when the axis is inclined to VP, so we got beta angle as 41 degree. Now we shall project this up to finish the problem. So here project this up one by one. Here A1 is here. First we shall project A1, B1, C1, D1 at the bottom line. So A1 should be projected till here. I can name it as A1 dash. Meanwhile you can name. Then this C1 is somewhere here. I can project this C1. Next B1 and D1. So D1 I'm getting here and B1 getting somewhere there. Okay. I will trim this. So now I can name this. So this is D1 is here, D1 dash. Next C1 is here, C1 dash. And then we have B1, B1 dash. The naming should be above XY line. So this is done. So if you watch from down, here, so as you can see, if you watch from down, this A1, B1, C1, D1 is visible. To draw the last position, we should watch from down because observer always lies here. So A1, B1, C1, D1 is visible. So select visible line and join this A1, B1, C1 and D1. So we shall complete this. Done. Next, we shall project the top portion. So A is somewhere here. So A is done. I'll trim this. That is A dash. Next here B and D. B and D over here. Next C. C is here. Now I'll trim these unwanted lines. Yes. Now we shall name this. So this last line is B dash. Okay. And this is A dash. And this is C dash. Should name carefully. And this is D dash. So this is done. Now how to visualize the visible lines? So now, as I said, if you watch from down, observer always lies here. If you watch from down, A1, B1, C1, D1 is visible. So I joined A1, B1, C1, D1. Next, the lateral edges which are visible from down or brought bottom. If you check out, see here, CC1 is completely visible. So I can join this CC1 without any doubt. Next, check out this BB1. So it's also visible from bottom portion. So BB1. And if you check out this AA1, so AA1 is it is here at the top level. And if you watch here, it is outer edge. See, first we need to join the top lateral edges. That is CC1 you should join, BB1 I can join, then I can join this AA1. Now if you check out this, A1, B1 is outer edge. So this should be visible, and B1, C1 also outer edge should be visible. If you watch here also, B1, C1 is visible, right? So that we are joined. Then here, BC visible, CD if we check out now. So now which is not visible? The edge which is nearer to the XY line or far away from the observer from here. So D is the farthest point which is not easily visible for the observer. So the point which is lines which are linked with D is not visible. That is DA not visible, DC not visible, DD1 not visible. That we can draw with hidden line. So draw hidden line from D dash C dash, D dash A dash, and D dash D1 dash. So these are the hidden points. Then I can draw, or I can keep this D dash in hidden line because the point D is the farthest point and which is not visible easily for the observer. So I can keep this D in bracket. Okay. So now I think we are done with this. So now the last point which is left out is the center axis. So we shall project and draw the center axis. So here we have O. So O will come exactly here itself. Point O, then O and O1. So this is O dash. So if you watch from down, O is visible, O1 is visible, but O dash is not visible. So I can keep this O dash in bracket, which is not visible, but this O1 is visible. We can keep it outside. Now we can draw hidden line, sorry, center axis from O1 to O. So this is the center axis from O1 to O, where O1 is visible, but O, so O1 dash is visible, but O dash is not visible. So this is how the last position. So if we check out here, the square prism resting on corner. The right side is A1 is the resting corner. So you can check out here. Now finally is lying on A1 only. So that's what you can check out here. As I said, the right side is the resting corner. Here A1 is the resting corner. This is A1. So finally A1 is only the corner which is lying on XY line. All other points are above the XY line, right? So square prism resting on corner. This is the front view, and axis inclined to HP at 40 degree. We have done, and the axis up axis is inclined to VP also. So we get like this. So we should do bit angle method and complete the problem. So this is how problem number 2 can be solved. Okay, thank you.